Hi. Um, I don't even I don't even really know what to do or say. How you doing? It has been 3 years since I last got on here. I actually had to go look at my last video and watch it because I was like, beats me the last time that I that I came on here. Um it's been 3 years. It's been a little over 3 years. It is, what is today? What is today? April 13th. That's correct. 2026. The last time I filmed a video was January 6th, I think, 2023. So it has been 3 years. It was crazy watching that video back because I am in such a different place, sort of, in life than I was 3 years ago. And it feels like there's so much to say and so much to catch up on, and I don't even know where to begin. I don't even really know why I decided to come back. I don't know if this is gonna last. I don't know if I'm gonna keep doing these or not. I don't know. But I just felt like, when you get like a wild hair up your ass and you just need to do it? That's what I feel like right now. So I'm just doing it. Last I talked to you, I guess let's do that. Last I talked to you, I was still running the business. I was still running Randa's Crafty Corner full time. Perry and I were engaged. We had lived in this house for almost a year, I think, at that point. Yeah, that was life. I was running the business from what I remember. And I ran the business for probably another 9 months or so after I stopped filming. I don't know what it was that made me stop. I think I just got tired. I remember being really overwhelmed towards the end. Part of which was because I had sleep apnea and didn't know it. And so I was fucking exhausted all the time. I got a CPAP later that year and it absolutely changed my life. So there was that. I just remember feeling really overwhelmed at the end, and I think like these videos were sort of low on my priority list. It was mostly like get orders out and fucking keep your head above water kind of thing. So I was still running the business. I decided, and I never talked about it on the channel, but I decided to sell it. That I was like, I want to do something different. Which is not, I was like, I want to go back to a 9 to 5. Which I'd never had a 9 to 5. I guess go to a 9 to 5. That I wanted a consistent paycheck and I wanted more stability, and I was tired of shipping packages and I was tired of whatever. And so there's no lack of love for this business still. But I just didn't want to run it anymore. I was tired of having weeks where I was like, oh my God, how am I going to pay my bills? And then, whatever. So I just wanted something a little more consistent money-wise, a little less like manual labor of making, packing, yada, 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 yada. I wanted to just work on a computer and have a desk job. And yeah, so I decided to sell the business, and I started poking around like, how do I just liquidate? Like, what do I do? Because beats me. And I think I talked about this. Yes, I must have. That my sister-in-law worked for me. That she was like my putty girl, that she made putty and I made wax and I shipped. And she made putty. And I told her, like, I'm thinking of selling the business, just heads up. She's like, do you have somebody I was like, no, I just beats me. And she was like, well, I would be interested in buying the business. And I was like, really? She's like, I really like this. I don't want to lose this. Like, what if I took it? And I said, that's a fucking fantastic idea. So I told her, the thing is that I can't like give you the business until I find another job. So you're going to have to like hang tight while I'm job hunting. She had her own cleaning business, and she hated it. So she was very excited to get out of that, but also had the kind of the flexibility because it was her own business as well, that she could just kind of stop whenever she wanted. And so she was like, that's fine. I'll wait for you to find a job and then I'll take it. And and I wasn't gonna like charge her a flat rate. We have like a royalty installment that we do for the business. So that she could I just gave it to her. I was like, here you go. And I started training her over the next couple of months while I was looking for a job on how to run it. So if you have been purchasing, if you have at all been watching my business in the past 3 years, it's all been run by Jessica. She's amazing. She does a fantastic job. I'm very proud of her. And she keeps my little baby, my little business alive, which I love. I would have been really sad if I had to liquidate it or, something and it didn't exist, because I built it from the ground up. I still love it. I still think it's my baby. But she runs it. So, I started training her, and then I found a job in marketing. I was sort of looking all around. I was like, I don't know. So I was applying for marketing jobs. I was applying for executive assistant jobs. I was applying for like whatever I think I could possibly maybe, because the only job I had was the business. So I was like, what do I do? And so I landed a marketing job somehow. I don't know, because I didn't go to school for marketing. I went to school for video production. Like, I was like, I don't know how somebody's going to be like, yeah, that one. I want that one to come work for me. But she did. She was a one-woman show where she had been in legal marketing, so marketing for law firms, for like a decade. And she decided she wanted to start her own thing. And so I was her very first, I'll tell you about that in a second. I was her very first hire, her very first employee. It was a nutcase to begin with, because I was learning so much and we had so much work to do and whatever. But I really enjoyed it. I learned so much. I've learned that I really enjoyed marketing, and I really enjoyed that setup where I had set scheduled hours and I got a set scheduled paycheck and I had a set scheduled list of duties, and that I really enjoyed marketing. I found it very fun. So it ended up being a really awesome career switch for me. And Jessica really loves running the business, still runs it. She loves it. It allows her to stay at home, which she loves, and help out with her daughter. She has like what is she, 8 or 9? Something like that. I think she's 8. She has an 8-year-old. Again, I'll tell you about that in a second. That noise you hear in the background, I'll tell you about that in a second. She has an 8-year-old and gets to help out with her more because she's not like out on jobs, cleaning houses, whatever. All of that was fantastic. I sold the business. I started doing my 9 to 5. She was working. Obviously videos were the last thing on my mind, any of that. I stopped diamond painting for a while. I stopped stitching for a while. I don't remember what I was doing. I think I stitched for a little while longer after I started making videos. And then I moved on. I was coloring for a little while, and then I was crocheting for a while. And then I think I went back to cross stitch and diamond painting for a half a second. And then I was reading for a while. Like, I don't remember. The way my life usually works is that I have like 4 set hobbies: diamond painting, crochet, cross stitch, coloring, reading. Okay, it's more than 4, but I have my set hobbies and I like rotate through them, that I'll be like gung-ho on one for like 6 months and then get bored and move on to the other thing, and then I'll always circle back to it someday. So I'm not diamond painting currently, but I assume it'll come back someday. So sorry if you like the diamond painting content or whatever. I'm not doing that right now, but maybe someday. So what was I saying? This is gonna be a hot fucking mess because I don't know. I was working, I was crafting, I was living my best life. I was really enjoying the money. I was really enjoying the job. I had a great time. My husband got promoted at some point in between there. Oh yeah, we got married. Last you saw, Perry and I were engaged. And what was it that? No, because it was 2023. The next year, June of 2024, we got married. I started my new job in October of 2023, and then we got married in June 2024. We had an amazing fucking wedding. Oh my God, it was the best thing ever. That we didn't want like a really large wedding. We wanted something that was small and intimate and not overly expensive because we wanted a wedding, but we didn't want to like spend a life savings on a wedding. So we found like a campsite basically that had this giant awning overhead thing. It was like wood and steel, like permanent, like a picnic structure almost, except it was open. And it was on Lake Dillon, which if you don't know, in Colorado, there's a town in the mountains called Dillon, and there's a big lake, big lake. And so it was right on the lake. There was a beach at the lake, and then you walked 15 steps that way, and there was the big awning thing, pergola, I don't know, structure. And so we got married on the beach. We had our ceremony on the beach of the lake, and then we had the reception under the awning, the pergola. We had about 30 people there. I think we had 10 at our ceremony. We did like just parents and siblings at the ceremony, and then everybody else came to the reception, and we wrote our own vows, and it was really beautiful. And we had our favorite barbecue restaurant cater the food, and we had his parents. Oh my God, because if you're not from Illinois, then you won't know any of this, because this is just an Illinois thing. As far as I'm concerned. And Perry's from Chicago, so holy crap, what is the restaurant called? No! Okay, there's a place that has, in Chicago, that has hot dogs and beef sandwiches. Oh my fucking God, that's gonna actually like drive me fucking insane that I don't know the name of it. Hold on. I'm trying to look at my computer over the camera because I have to look this up. What the fuck is it called? I'm gonna lose my mind. They're about to open one. They keep talking about opening one in Colorado. Of course, I'm not connected to the internet. Why would I be? Why would I be connected to the internet? I don't know why I would possibly not be connected to the internet. What is it called? It's Perry. Look, I'll get to it in a second. The thing is, it was Perry's favorite cake. They have like a chocolate cake there that is apparently like the best thing since sliced bread. It is really good. I'll give him that. Hold on, I'm looking. Portillo's, Jesus fucking Christ. If you're from Illinois, if you're from Chicago, you know Portillo's. We go there every time we visit Chicago because he loves it. They have great beef sandwiches and whatever, but they have a chocolate cake, Portillo's chocolate cake, that is Perry's favorite, and he said that's what he wanted for our wedding cake. It only comes in like 9-inch round cake, and I was like, that's not enough cake. We had his parents bring 3 of them. They brought 3 of them from Chicago. They drove them here from Chicago. I bought a cake stand that had 3 tiers that were 9 inches wide. And so we had a cake on each tier, and we had Portillo's chocolate cake at our wedding. So it was amazing. It was like the best day ever. I had my wedding dress, and I don't have any pictures in here to show you, but if I think about it one day, maybe I'll... Oh wait, yes I do. I have our wedding album. I'm a big fat liar and 3/4. I have our wedding album. So I'll just show you a couple. Hang on. Yes, so this is what I'm talking about. That was where we got married. So there's Lake Dillon. The beach is down there. This big awning thing is where we had our ceremony or our reception. Why can't I... Words. There's another picture of it. Where we got married. Called Windy Point Campground, I believe. Really, really awesome. And this is how we had it set up. So we had chairs down by the lake. And then there's our siblings in the background. And then we had like these logs were lined up because people get married here all the time. So they had these logs lined up as like an aisle. And then we rented 6 chairs. We had a rental company deliver... It was like 6 or 7 chairs, I think. And so we just had those down there. That's us on our wedding day. That's Perry. That's me in my wedding dress. And my mom officiated. So we had that. Flipping through, hang tight. And we had my brother-in-law, the husband of Jessica, who took over the business, was the photographer. Because he does photography and video and all sorts of fun stuff on the side. Yeah, there's one of my favorite wedding photos. It was so pretty. Oh my God, it was fantastic. So that was June of 2024. We've been married for almost 2 years now, which is crazy to think about. We still live in the same house. We bought this house in 2022 and we've lived here ever since. We are talking about renting this house out and buying a plot of land, and building a house on it, like a couple of acres, and building a house on it. But that'll come someday. For now, we still live here and we love it. So we got married in June of 2022, and then 7 months later, like the week before Christmas that year, 2024, we went on our honeymoon. And we decided to go. We set up, instead of like gifts for the wedding, we set up a honeymoon fund, and anybody who wanted to get us gifts donated to that honeymoon fund. And so we were able to go on the most ridiculous honeymoon ever. Oh my God, it was the best week of my entire fucking life. We went to the Bahamas. We stayed at a Sandals resort in the Bahamas. So it's all-inclusive, adult-only, 5-star fucking resort. And we flew there first class like fucking crazy people. So they gave us food on the plane and mimosas. And oh my God, it was so lavish. It was ridiculous. But it was incredible. So we spent we were there a full 7 days. So we spent a week on the beach and doing excursions and all sorts of fun stuff. We got to go do the Bahama beach pigs. What are they called? Pigs on the beach? What are they called? The pigs. They're incredible. We went snorkeling. We did all the good stuff. It was amazing. It was the best week ever. Came back from our honeymoon. And went to go visit and a couple weeks later, we went to go visit his parents. We came back, and I am 8 days late on my period. And I was like, I have something called PCOS, and if you don't know what that is, it's polycystic ovarian syndrome. And it screws with so many parts of your life, which is so fun. One of which is your ovulation, your period, whatever. And so I was like, that could be a PCOS thing, whatever. But like, if we get back from Chicago and I still haven't had my period, like we need to take a test. We were on birth control, so I wasn't worried about it. Came back, took a pregnancy test, and it was positive. So 7 months after our honeymoon, I was pregnant, and we were not expecting it. Like I said, we were on freaking birth control, so we were not at all expecting it. We were going to wait like another year before we started trying, but like a God's timing kind of thing, I guess. It happens when it's supposed to happen. And we were like not expecting it, but thoroughly excited that we knew we wanted kids. We knew, so that was all totally fine. We were very excited. We were just like, oh my God, now I guess, like, let's run with it. And so I spent all of 2025 pregnant, which was fucking miserable. I don't recommend it. It came with a lovely thing at the end of it. But otherwise I don't recommend it. So we had it was great preparing for her and baby showers and whatever. We did have a little girl. That's what you can hear rolling around on the floor. She's awake and she's rolling around on the floor playing with her toys. So, I spent all of 2025 pregnant, hated it. I had a very healthy pregnancy. I just was miserable. I just did not feel good, exhausted, in pain. I threw up for like 4 months of it, every single day for 4 months. It was awful. But then she was born in September of 2025. And so she is now 7 months old. Her name is Addie, but I'm not going to show her just because, I don't know. Perry and I kind of like to keep her off the internet if we can. But her name is Addie. You can hear her cooing in the background. She's so freaking cute. Are you kidding me? I love her. So the thing was, she was born in September. we're leading up to current day here. She was born in September. I had maternity leave. And I had a really, really fantastic maternity leave. I was off for 5 months, which I did, and paid, mind you. Colorado has an amazing family leave program combined with what my employer gave me paid for maternity leave, and I had 5 months paid maternity leave. And so that's what I did. But at the end of my maternity leave, my boss emailed me and said we needed to have a meeting. And I knew exactly what that meant going into it because I had sort of been wondering. I had been getting some signs at the end before I left for maternity leave and throughout maternity leave and whatever that she might do this. And it was gonna be frustrating, but I was okay with it because it was sort of time to move on for me anyway. But she, about a week before I was done with maternity leave, she said we needed to have a video call, and I called her and she laid me off due to budget cuts and whatever. She was like, no fault of your own, just need to change the direction of the business and yada, yada, yada. So a week before I was due to go back, I no longer had a job. Excuse me. Oh, I'm getting a text message. What was I saying? I got laid off. I was ready to leave that job anyway. I loved that job for most of the time I was there. I was there for almost 2.5 years, and really loved it. But then at the end, I was like not happy with the work I was doing, not happy with the way things were being handled. And so I was getting ready to move on anyway, but I was hoping it could be on my own time so that I wouldn't have a fresh baby and no job. But nonetheless, I have a fresh baby and no job. So that was 2 months ago, I think, 3 months ago. I've been on unemployment ever since. I've been job hunting ever since. Excuse my dogs in the background. Excuse you. Excuse my dogs in the background. I've been unemployed ever since. So I haven't worked since Addie was born, which has been kind of cool, but also like unemployment is going to come to an end pretty soon and I don't have a job and I miss having money. So there's that. But, it's been nice to be able to be home with her for all this time. Like I got 5 months when she was little, and then I've gotten a couple more months on top of that. And I have a couple of more months until unemployment is up. I'm going to make it to almost her first birthday before my unemployment is up. So I need a friggin' job, frankly. I've been looking, the job market, if anybody else is job hunting right now, you know that the job market is fucking abysmal, especially for remote worker. Like finding remote work is really difficult because that's what I've been doing. I've been working remotely. And I don't plan on changing that because I want to keep Addie home with me. I would like to not put her in daycare for as long as I can stand it before she's like, I don't know, once she's like crawling, walking, like whatever, then maybe I'll need some daycare. But until then, it would be kind of nice to not, you know what I mean? If I can avoid it. So we'll see. I've had interviews and whatever, but as of right now, I don't have a job and it's starting to kind of stress me out a little bit, but it'll happen when it's supposed to happen. Am I right? So that's my life right now. I'm not working. I spend my days taking care of Addie and stitching. I think that was a big part of the reason that I decided to come back here and talk to you guys. Was that like 2 or 3 weeks ago, I was crocheting a lot. I crocheted most of my time through, you can see, these are some of my old crocheting pieces, but I have some crochet up there. I made like a crap ton of stuff for her while I was pregnant. Blankets, hats, stuffed animals, anything that you can think of that you can make for a baby, I've made it. Loveys. I made all of it while I was pregnant with her and when she was first born. That was like my thing for a long time. I was crocheting all the time. And then I got kind of sick of it, which sucks because I was in the middle of making a blanket for my office for this chair, because this blanket is old as hell and it would be nice to have a better one. And right in the middle of making it, I got sick of crocheting. So I'll pick that up again one day and finish it. But I saw somebody on like TikTok mentioned cross stitching and I was like, oh, what a fantastic idea. I should do that. So I'm welcome to present day. I just spent 25 minutes talking about the past 3 years of my life. So I've been sort of a stay-at-home mom, taking care of Addie and stitching. And job hunting, applying for jobs every fucking day and doing interviews. And that's been my life lately. And it's been pretty dope, but I really miss having money because unemployment gets you by, but like, oof. So, and I want to save money and buy some land. And I need a fucking job is what I'm saying. Anyway, so when I first started cross stitching again, I had one that was half complete started, not half complete. I had just started it from like a year before. And I was like, let's finish that. So let me grab it off the wall really quick. Hang tight. Oh, because it's hanging on the wall because I finished it. So this is what I have a couple of projects to show you. I'll show you what I'm currently working on. I'll tell you my plans going forward. I'm not diamond painting right now. It's just stitching. So if you're not interested in that, I'm so sorry. But that's what I'm working on right now. Maybe one day when I'm diamond painting again, you can enjoy that. But for right now, it's cross stitching. If you like cross stitching, hello, join the club. Oh, the glare is horrible. Sorry, I'll do my best. This is Gnomeville by Little Dove Designs. I bought this and started it like a year and a half ago. I don't even remember what it was. It was forever ago. And I had just done, this corner. I had like started this a little bit and I had done some of this corner and some of the border and that was it. And then that was another time where I guess I got sick of cross stitching and put it away and never finished a project. So then I picked it back up and I finished it. And within like a week, I did the rest of this because I'm a crazy person. And anytime that Addie is napping or laying here happily like she has been for this whole video, I've been cross stitching. So I knocked this out. I could not, it's all the called for DMC colors, but I could not for the life of me tell you what this fabric is. I'm pretty sure it's the called for fabric. It is Ada. It's green. That's the best I got for you. I have absolutely no clue. Maybe 16 count? I don't know. I think it's the called for fabric. I'm pretty sure it is. I love this. And then I bought this frame off of Amazon. I love like the antique-y looking gold frames. My mom says it makes me like 80 years old, but I love it. I don't know if other people, because I feel like it's like her generation. She's 60, I think. It's her generation that remembers this as like their grandma's whatever, and it makes them feel really old. Whereas I never grew up with this, so I find it vintage, antique-y, cool. Whereas she finds it ugly and more ugly. But I love it. So I framed it in this nice little frame that I got from Amazon. I frame everything myself. This was like $15 on Amazon or something, like really freaking cheap. And I just framed it myself. So that's Gnomeville. Love that. I need to put that back on the wall. My idea, turn you for a sec. My idea, I have it hanging like right there under the creativity sign. And my plan is to fill this entire flippin' wall with everything that I ever cross stitch. You know what's crazy? Speaking of that, last I was here, I like could kick myself. I'm so mad. Last time I was here, I was working on Map of Hawk Run Hollow. Beats me if I remember who the designer is, but it's called Map of Hawk Run Hollow. It's large and beautiful and incredible. I was almost done with it last I showed you. Shortly after that, I completed it. Big, beautiful, glorious. I didn't even frame it. I think I just like folded it up and put it in a bin like a fucking crazy person. And then like a year later, I was cleaning out my closet because not a year later. After I sold the business, I redid my whole office. You see, I used to have like my desk back there that I like made putty on and all sorts of fun stuff. I I got rid of that, and Addie's room was the guest room. But then when Addie was born, we moved. This is like a sofa bed, pull-out bed. So this is like half our guest room now. But I did a complete office rehaul when I sold the business because it was catered around the business that I didn't have anymore. So I completely reorganized everything, and I cleaned out my office closet, and I threw all of my cross-stitch projects away like a fucking psychopath. I don't know what I was thinking, because now I'm like, to have Hawk Run Hollow again, especially after I watched my last video that I did 3 years ago, it took me a year and I threw it away. Like, I really hope, I don't know if I threw it in the garbage or if I donated it. I really hope I donated it and like somebody rescued it. Because what the fuck is wrong with me? Like, I was just on a rampage of clean out this freaking office. And I threw it all away. So I had a bunch of cross-stitch stuff that I destashed recently, and I'm sort of starting over again. But yeah, I was like, oh, I wonder where my old pieces are. I threw them away. I'm crazy, I know. But I still had, what I started working on next was a kit that I have had for years that I just never did. And I did it. It is, I don't have the pattern picture to show you, but it is Ophelia's Pearl by Nora Corbett. And I don't need to show you the pattern because I'll show you what it looks like because I finished it. It took me like 2 weeks to do. And I modified it a little bit, but I know, right? Tell me that's not the most beautiful fucking thing you've ever seen in your life, because it is. The only thing I changed, well, two things. So you see these little like tendril things here? They had a long one that came out this way and would have come out to like here. I didn't like it, so I just skipped it. I also was a little nervous about, I didn't want to have to like get an extra wide frame just to fit that. It just felt annoying. So I just left it out and just did these two little short ones, and I really like it. I don't think it needs the third one. And then I also changed the fabric. This is not the called for fabric. Oh, I think I do actually know what this is. I was gonna say beats me if I know what this fabric is, but I think I actually do. And I can look it up. But this is not the called for fabric. I'm trying to look at my computer. This is not the called for fabric. It was called for on like a green fabric, and I was like, no. So I changed it. Where the fuck? Oh, I have to log in. Stupid login. So I changed the fabric. I was like, I don't want to do it on green. That seems annoying. Not annoying. I just didn't like it. And so I ordered instead, I'll tell you if you give me 1 second, because I have to go back. Back. There it is. So this is on Zweigart 32 count vintage smoky white Belfast linen. So the vintage smoky white is, as you can kind of see, it's white, but it has some like gray, modelly, speckly stuff all over it. Really, really love how this turned out. I think this is the fabric it should have been called on, but that's just me. We all think that when we pick our own fabrics, right? You're like, this is what should have been called for. Well, I have an Amazon package coming. What did I order from Amazon? Oh, right, pump parts. Never mind. My dogs are probably gonna lose their shit. Give it just a second. What did I say? Ash, shut your face. Ash. Ignore her. Speaking of that, so Ash was here when you guys were here. I don't think we had Tato yet. Tato is our corgi. We have a corgi now, our dog. And Ollie, we had a cat we still have Willow, the cat who, in the last video, I talked about her climbing the Christmas tree, which she still does. And then Ollie, I don't know if you remember me talking about him, he passed away, I think later that year, 2023. He had a heart condition we didn't know about. and he died under anesthesia, which was like fucking horrific. It's still something that, like, if I think about it too much, it'll make me cry, even though it's 3 years later. And we only had him for 2 years. He was 2 years old when he died. And in my grief, we got Tato. And I love him, but it's like, yeah, it was really hard losing Ollie. But we still have 3 animals and a baby. It's a fucking zoo in here. Anyway, back to this. So I finished this in like 2 weeks. Then this was my first time ever beading. Look at all the MFing beads in here. There's a lot of fucking beads, and I had never beaded before, but I think it looks so good. I used to always do French knots instead of beads because I, for some reason, just couldn't be bothered with beads. And I thought it would look gaudy or something. I don't know, but I really, really like it. So I'm going to do the beads from here on out when I do stuff like this, because are you fucking kidding me? Addie is tugging at my blanket. Hi, baby. How you doing? She's being a trooper for this. It's been 35 minutes and she's just hanging. Hi. Didn't that turn out so good? So I ordered a frame for it right after I was done. And I had to order scroll frames for this because beads. I've only ever used a Q-snap and a hoop, and I had to order a scroll frame because of the beads. Oh my God, it was a mess trying to figure that out, but finished it. I have a frame coming for it. It's another like gold antique-y looking thing, but this is a weird size. It's like 7 by 14. So it was like $40 for that frame, which I find fucking ridiculous. But I know so many people spend like hundreds of dollars on framing. I don't understand that. I buy the cheapest frames and I frame it myself and I call it a day. Like, it doesn't need to be perfect. So I thought $40 for a frame was a lot, but I bought a frame for her and I can't wait to frame her when that comes. And the next thing, the next thing I started working on, I finished this literally yesterday. So what timing for this video? Wasn't I going to tell you why I came back? I was, and then I got sidetracked talking about my other hobbies and stuff. This is a hot mess of a video. I hope you're enjoying it. I came back. The reason I had the idea to come back, Addie Marie. Hi. The reason I decided to come back, I had the idea to come back, was I was cross-stitching again. I was working on this, and I went, you know what I haven't watched in a long time? All of the old floss tubers, fun stuff that I used to watch when I was crafting a lot and whatever. So I went back to my favorite stitching channel. A lot of you probably know her, Stitcherista. She's been posting videos for a fucking decade. Consistently, I can't imagine. Literally 10 years, I think she's been on. I went back to her very first video that she ever posted 9 fucking years ago, and I started watching. So I went through her breast cancer journey again and all of the stuff. She's in 2022, so about 4 years ago, and she's still posting videos, and so I'm gonna just keep going. But as I was watching those, I went, oh my God, do you remember when I used to post videos like that? And I've been hemming and hawing about filming another video for a couple of weeks. And there's a part of me that never wants to show my face on the internet again. And what's the point of posting on this channel if I don't own the business anymore? But sometimes I miss the community, and sometimes it's I miss talking about my stitching and what I'm thinking and what I'm doing and whatever, because I talked to my husband about it and he's he's supportive, but he doesn't know what the fuck I'm talking about. He's like, oh babe, that looks so cool. And it does, but he doesn't know, you know what I mean? It's nice to talk to other people who do this. I'm gonna actually teach my mom how to cross stitch. That's gonna be really fun. But that's what gave me the idea to come back, was I was like, and then you get a wild hair up your ass and you just have to do it. You know what I mean? So here I am. I want to see if maybe I try to do 1 video a week. I don't know why it's so hard for me to think about posting on this channel again. I'm literally filming this right now, but I don't know why that's so hard for me. Anywho, especially because this channel, besides the watch hours, I have enough subscribers. It's monetized. It could help me while I'm unemployed. I don't know. Anyway, the next thing that I started working on after I was done the Nora Corbett was, I don't know if you remember when I ran the business, it's still up there today if you want to buy it. I charted my own cross stitch pattern and sold it as a PDF on Randa's Crafty Corner. It's still there. It has like all of the little motifs around it, the diamond painting pen and the floss and the this and that. And it says crafting is my coping mechanism in the center, and then there's a border around it. I still think it's super cute. And Jessica says she still gets sales on it today, which is kind of cool, but I made that like 3 or 4 years ago. And so I have charted a cross stitch pattern before, and I decided I have had a cross stitch pattern that somebody else, it was a designer that made it, and I stitched it. And it says welcome, and it has little bees on it. I don't know who did it or what it is, but I've had that on our door for like 4 years. And that just from the sun and stuff got like really faded and really like fucked up just from being outside for so many years, because I literally just finished it around like a flat canvas board and put it on our door. There's nothing like protecting it. Maybe I should do that with this one, but who cares? So I redid our front door a little bit, and I want to redo the sign that's on the front door now that I'm stitching again. And I looked at the patterns and I was like, I don't really like anything. And so I decided I was going to make my own, because I had this like specific image in my head. So I decided I was going to chart it by myself. Now I don't have like a picture of the finished product to show you, because it's not an actual pattern. I just made it up. But when it's done, I'll explain to you a little bit, and then when it's done, you'll see what I was talking about. But I just started this last night. So this is what I'm currently working on. I crinkled this to hell and back from holding it. This is on 14 count Aida. This is Icelandic blue from Zweigart, I believe. It's a really, really light blue, almost white, sort of. I mean, as you can see, it's absolutely blue, but sort of. So this is what I did. Excuse my freaking needle in the middle of it. This is, I don't know if you can fucking tell with this. This is our house. So I took a picture of our house, and I like in the background, and then I like just started like tracing it. And I made like a mock-up cross-stitch version of our house. And there's gonna be like a line of grass underneath it. There's like a scalloped border edge that goes all the way around it like this. And it says the Needhams underneath it, which is our last name. And in black, just plain letters. And it looks really good on the chart. I hope it looks really good when this is done. And then I'm going to do the same. So you can see like this is the outline for our garage. This is our front door. This is the roof. This is the window. And when it's done, I'm going to do the same thing I did with the other one, where I'm just going to fold it, staple it, finish it around like a flat canvas board, and put it on our front door. Hi. Yeah. Addie's saying hi to the people. So yeah, I think that's going to turn out really good. I really think it's kind of fun and cool that I charted it myself. Somebody's talkative. I showed my mother-in-law when she was in town just a couple weeks ago, and she was like, oh my fucking God. I was like, it's cool, isn't it? So you'll get the vision when it's done. It has our names underneath it and a fun scalloped border rectangle around the outside. Really cute. Our house is blue, so it is in blue. And then the outline is in a different shade of blue, the scalloped edge. And then there's green grass underneath it, obviously. Some of the details are different colors. And then the lettering is black. So I proposed to my husband, I said, so I can either do this on like a tan fabric, like is what I could think of, or like so light blue it's almost white. And he was like, that one. So that's what I did. So yeah, that's turning out really good. So that's what I've been working on today while she's been napping. I literally had like this tiny piece done, and then during her first nap, I did the rest of this. So, I think that was all I wanted to say in this video. This is a 45-minute video of me just wah, 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 wah. I know I love those videos. Tell me what you guys think. I love, like, when Stitcherista, when I'm watching her videos, and it's like a 45-minute video, and she just, like, tells me about her day and her life. Like, I love that. So I guess that's probably I know I used to read Reddit stories and stuff like that. I don't really have any plans to do anything like that. My idea is to sort of once a week come on here, tell you about my life, about my stitching, about what's going on, about the job hunt, about whatever, and have that be it. So I don't know how long these videos are going to be. Definitely not like, maybe I'll do a clip every day again and then it will be 45 minutes. I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know why I'm here. If you're low on diamond painting supplies, head over to Randa's Crafty Corner on Etsy, www.randascraftycorner.com. Shameless plug. If you need wax or putty or cover minders or any of the sorts, we have it all. If you're short on any of that, if you haven't used our putty in a while and you want to try again, it's fun. Yeah, I mean, I think that's kind of about it. This past weekend was really fun. We hung out with some friends. We have some friends who have kids Addie's age too, which is really fun. So we were hanging out with them this weekend, and it was my stepdad's birthday this weekend. So we went out for Indian food and we played pool, and that was really fun. Today has just been a chill day at home, which is how I like it. I'm going to be job hunting a little bit later today. Perry's at work, as he does. Yeah, I don't know. This has been a long enough video, so I guess I'm going to stop rambling. And I'll just tell you about my life and my day as we go on with this. That's it. That's what I've been working on lately. That's what my life has been like for the past 3 years. Wish me luck on the fucking job hunt. Because that has been consuming my mind 24/7 these days. But I'm grateful. This is like the best case scenario. I get to be home and take care of Addie and not have to worry about a job, because I will have to be working and taking care of her at the same time when I do have a job. So that's not fun. Should I show you really quick what I got at Hobby Lobby? I'm rambling. Hold on. I just got this and it's like the best thing that I've ever done in my entire life. Look at this. This is in like the planter section at Hobby Lobby where they have like all the outdoor decor. You're supposed to put like plants in it, like plant something in it. It's a fucking cowboy boot. It's a pink cow. If you don't know me, I'm obsessed with pink. It's a pink, and I love cows lately. I don't know why. It is a pink cow print cowboy boot. And I just put this is one thing of those flowers at Hobby Lobby in it, and then they have like the crochet flowers and stuff. I didn't feel like fucking making this. I could have, but I didn't feel like it. One of the Highland cows. I came home with this and Perry was like, what the fuck? I was like, I'm putting it in our living room, and he said, the fuck you are. Like, no, you're not. So he said, that's gonna look really good in your office. And I was like, I knew it, but whatever. So I just got this recently, had a Hobby Lobby, and I'm obsessed. So oh my God, so much. I also got us the Highland Cow salt and pepper shakers from Hobby Lobby. God, I love that fucking store. Anyway, I'm going to get off of here. I just keep talking. I hope you guys are having a great day. I hope you enjoy seeing my face again. 3 years later, I just went and looked back at the comments of the old video, and there was one that's like, oh my God, it's been 6 months. I hope you're okay. Where have you been? You're my favorite vlog. Like, I miss you. And I was like, that was 2.5 years ago. Anywho, so I hope you enjoy seeing my face again, hearing about my life. If you want me to keep making videos, please tell me, because maybe that will give me the courage to keep doing this. Because there is a part of me that like never wants to post on the internet ever again. So if you want me to keep doing this, say it, because I need the encouragement. I hope you enjoy this. Tell me what you're working on. Tell me are you stitching? Are you diamond painting? What's going on? Do you still shop at Randa's Crafty Corner? Have you been around for that long? That would be really cool too. I hope you guys are having a great day, and I'll hopefully see you again soon. Bye guys.